welcome back to Song Reaction Analysis with your girl, JVB. First and foremost, as always, thank you so much for being here on my channel, checking out my reactions, as well as my own music. In the description below, you're going to find all the links. I just released a new song called Happy Ending. My message to you, it's your anthem to never give up on yourself. But with no further ado, Wintersun Alex, thank you so much for reminding me that there's a band called Wintersun that we haven't gotten to in a minute. Oh my god, they are doing something extremely legendary. Yari just released all these early demos from 1998. And so we're going to check out the Dragon song. Apparently this is still a demo, he says, so I can only imagine how awesome it's gonna be regardless. They have a whole new album out. They have actually, I think, 2 albums out. I mean, go and check out their website because their YouTube, the link is below. They are doing all the remasters. If you go on their wintersun.com.bandcamp.com, you can see all early legendary demos. They're all remastered files. They're isolated tracks, instrumentals, remastered. I mean, that's just like a pretty amazing deal. So anyway, with no further ado, we're going to check out the Dragon song. He said this is one of his favorite compositions. So he created a video for this and I wanted to check it out. Yari, so freaking talented. Well, it seems pretty appropriate because it is the year of the dragon. And it's kind of funny, my music video was recorded in a castle called Dragon Castle. So the dragon seems to be the theme of 2024 regardless. What is bothering me about this track is that I cannot hear his vocals. They should be louder. Oh my god, I would so love to do like a remix or something. I would love to hear his vocals more. I love the visuals. I think it's really cool, and I love the obviously the ethereal, like the symphonic, the very. There's so much going on with the keyboards. I love that. It's very obviously symphonic. Go back a little bit, but yeah, I want to hear his voice more. Like give it to us. Well, but if they said they have isolated tracks, so that might be a chance to do some remixes for all of us who do that kind of stuff. Okay, let's go back to lots of different guitars going on. Oh, I like that. I like that breakdown. Oh, I love that one. Shredding. I love the guitars. That bass is crazy. That bass line, I'm trying to follow it. It's kind of crazy sounding. It's really good. I like that breakdown because I always talk about that in songwriting, you know, to keep things interesting and keep a surprise factor, and also to keep the dynamics in a song. So it's to make the song breathe a little bit more. Very important, you know, and I love when he did that. And it lasted longer than I expected it, which is also cool because it wasn't the same thing. Something always kept changing and or evolving. Something was subtracted or added. And that keeps things interesting. It's the little things that can make a huge difference, you know? And it's kind of, it's very exciting when you really listen to it. It's like all the little attention to detail that a lot of times you don't really catch. Like I hardly ever catch like everything the first time. I mean, who does, right? Because there's so much going on, but I appreciate it very much. I don't want to go too far back because I know it's a long song, but I also love the visuals. They're really like in sync with the music, really well thought out. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to that little middle part. Oh, that's when he comes. Here we go. Like even there, like when he comes back with the voice, I love that. Like it's like the lead in, you know something is coming. And before I didn't know when it's gonna come back, but I love that little break. The whisper makes us like lean in more. Very clever songwriting. And the arrangement. See, everything is out except that. Some guitar escape. I love those colors. I love the guitar solo. There's so many. Love the contrast from the snow back to the fire, you know, from cold to hot. Um, there were so many layers going on when he did the guitar solo. I really liked it and appreciated like the earscape. Earscape, that's not even a word. The I felt like all these little ear candy, like little extra in vocals we would call it ad libs, but like there were like guitar scapes going on. There was the main guitar solo, but then there were all these other little guitars coming in and out. That was really like, oh, it was very. I felt like I'm in a video game. Like I could really feel like he drew me into the world, you know. And then the visuals. This is really cool. Like if you check this out, there's so much to check out. The fire's already there, but there's still the snow. And as the voice comes back in, it gets more. Beautiful. So good with his. I really appreciate his vocal range and his versatility in his voice. Like he can go from kind of really low to almost talking to singing really nice and clean, and then just like his screams. It's like it's a combination of death metal, gas metal a little bit, I would almost say. There's just like so many little different elements that he brings to the table in this song. There's so much going on. I mean, I'll have something else to say when we're done with this, but yeah, this is really awesome. Right there. You know what's really crazy is that when you think about it, this kind of music, first of all, I want to know in the comments, what do you do for a living? And what drew you to this kind of band? Because I have a feeling a lot of people who love Wintersun love to play games, like video games, any kind of gaming. Um, and I also think you guys are highly intelligent people who really love indulging in something, because this is really complex music. This is not something like that, you would hear on the radio and it's easy to digest. It takes concentration. It takes like really allowing yourself to go into that and really embrace the musicianship, the craft of songwriting, the craft of arrangement, guitar. I mean, he is such a good guitarist and composer in general. And also, I'm really blown away by when there's so much going on as a music producer myself, when you have a lot of instruments going on, like a lot of guitars, vocals, bass, synths. There's so many frequency that fight for attention to want to stand out, to manage to make everything sound so cohesive, and the vocals still like being, shining on their own while everything else is also shining and complementing one another. That is not an easy thing to do as a music producer. Because there's just so a lot of times. The good thing is he's not in the same frequency as the guitar, so that is good for the most part. He's like lower, right? So he's not fighting so much, but still, that is a skill that is not easy with such complex music going on. And also, honestly, this is like so the composition, the arrangement and structure of the song. This is just for me hard to wrap my mind around, because I'm definitely more of a pop person as far as like the writing goes, songwriting goes. And maybe I'm just thinking I'm too simple, but I feel like this is like super complex, very high intelligent stuff that not every musician could do. You know what I mean? Like, let's just face that. And so this is brilliant in and of itself. This is like a piece of musical. You know what I mean? This is just fantastic. And just like, I'm just curious, like, people that listen to Wintersun, because you're also not very, shallow people that just want to like, give me the hook and get me hooked so I can stay in and be interested. This is like deep. This is a lot of substance. So very interesting composition. I need to actually kind of go and listen to the lyrics, because I didn't really understand everything he was singing. But I can so appreciate him, because it's just so complex and it's so, I mean, there's so much going on, and it sticks with you. It's not that there's no specific necessary hook, but it's the vibe that is still playing in my ears, where I want to go back and dissect it more and like listen to it again and absorb some more. The melodies are they are very hooky and they're very beautiful. And there's not once felt I like, oh, why is that in there? You know what I mean? Even the middle part where the little break is, I felt that was very called for, because it gave you a chance to like kind of take a break, but also I'm sure lyrically, there was a reason why that was happening at that time. And for a long song like that, you want to keep it interesting. So yeah, it's really cool. And it's just like super cool that he's releasing all these old demos, remastered, and like offering so many perks with that. So get your hands on that if you are a Wintersun fan. I will definitely check it out. Bandcamp, I'm on Bandcamp as well, and I think Bandcamp is one of those sites that are like very supportive of artists, so versus Spotify and stuff like that. So, and I have mad respect for artists who are so out of the box. This is not a commercial artist, like people that really appreciate that kind of band. That's like a niche, but to be so successful in such a niche, that is that alone to me is mega success. It's mega successful and respectful. I have mad respect for that. So with that said, I'm going to let you guys go. In the comments below, let me know how did you find Wintersun? What got you hooked? And what is one of your favorite performances songs? I've done only 2 or 3, and it's been a minute. So yeah, thank you again, Wintersun Alex, for pointing that out and reminding me that there's so much amazing talent out there, like Wintersun. And Yari is very talented. I mean, that alone is blows my mind, like how one person can like write so much, such complicated kind of like, symphony basically, a masterpiece. And we got to check out more of the newly released or re-released demos. And if you have experience with us on live, let me know. I want to know how you met them or how you got to introduce to them. And I would love to know if you don't mind sharing what you do for a living or what your hobbies are. No pressure, but I'm just curious. Certain people like are drawn to certain music, and to me that's always very fascinating. So with that said, I'm going to let you guys go. As always, thank you so much for being here, and I want to leave you with something uplifting and positive. Always make every day a great day, and don't be afraid to be unique and different. I feel Wintersun is a perfect example that they could easily make that song only 3 minutes and try to make it really hokey and get it charted, but they are just being their authentic self, right? And so don't be afraid, because people appreciate different. People appreciate uniqueness. People appreciate when someone is not following the herd and trying to follow a trend, because as a musician especially, or even as an artist, as a fashion designer, when you follow a trend, by the time yours is released, the trend has already moved on to something else. You can never catch up. You will always just like follow something or chase something, and you will always be late. And that could probably even be the same for like the stock market and the cryptocurrency market. So just be you authentically, and don't be afraid, even if and I feel like that as an artist myself, where I feel sometimes I don't fit in, nobody sounds like me. And that's a good thing. I embrace that now, because it's a good thing that you cannot put your finger on it, who exactly I sound like, because I don't want to sound like everybody else, and neither do you. So with that said, I'm going to let you go. And if you haven't yet, hit the like, subscribe button, the notification bell, so you never miss a post of mine. Also, you can join me on Patreon. Super thanks are always appreciated. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Have an amazing rest of your day.